If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
So now everyone's standing up, but some Democrats in the Congress and Senate. The big question is why? Well, my next guest is the man who I have found who can explain that mindset the best. It is philosopher king Evan Sayet.
Well, first of all, you have to recognize they do not see themselves as Americans. They see themselves as citizens of the world. And, you know, it all goes back to my unified theory of liberalism, that they don't differentiate, they don't discriminate, and they don't discriminate between countries. And so they don't see themselves as Americans. So when they say, when the president said your first responsibility is to the citizens of the United States, no, it's not to them. To them, their first responsibility is they are citizens of the world. They are representatives of the world, not of the United States.
You know, it's so good that you started with that because I was just playing the Robert De Niro clip before that where he even brought up, how can you love a country that starves kids overseas? It's not our job to feed all the world's kids.
Right. And, you know, it's easy for us to dislike De Niro, but let's go to a guy that we like, you know, John Lennon, and that wonderful song where he talks about and asks us to imagine this perfect world. And one of the first things he says is imagine there's no countries. And that is no countries, no religions, no possessions. That's socialism, that's globalism, and that's the new Democrat Party.
Right. Not imagine great countries. Imagine no countries. Not imagine great religions. Imagine no religion.
Exactly. And so and I know you're actually quoting the speech that I gave literally it's coming up on 20 years ago to the Heritage Foundation, which is the foundation of everything I've done since. You know, it's a unified theory. And that really does answer it all. It's not let's make the world better. It's there is no such thing as better. And therefore, let's all just share all the world. Okay, let's not create more. Let's not produce more. Let's share all the world. And that means you make no judgment as to whether somebody's hardworking or slothful. You make no distinction between the drug-addled and the sober. You make no distinction between Islamicists and Jews and Christians. You make literally no distinctions. And I think I may have said this the last time we were together, but if you go across the board at Democrat Party policies, and they are all designed to undermine the recognition of distinctions. Borders create a distinction between jurisdictions. Right. They have sanctuary cities to eliminate the distinction between the criminal and the law-abiding. They don't want voter ID because voter ID draws a distinction between the citizen and the non-citizen. Drag Queen Story Hour eliminates the distinction between the adult and the child. Men and women's sports eliminates the distinction between the sexes. All right. So when you ask them to be distinct, do you support America first? Is that your responsibility as our representatives? The answer to them is no, because they don't draw a distinction between America and the world as a whole.
All right, that made it worth the whole phone call. Thank you very much, Evan Sayet.
The James Show Podcast.